Okay, so let's start with broadcasting with the broadcast today. It's 7 a.m., 7:06 on October 21st, 2021. First things first, let's go to what the market is going to do today in terms of news. So we have at 8:30, we do have the manufacturing index. And as well, we do have the unemployment claims. So as usual, I'm gonna create an alert for this 8:30 news released, and at 9 we do have member Waller speaks for the FOMC, and then at 10 we do have leading index and the existing home sales. So and then at 10:30 we do have natural gas inventories release. So that those are the news for today in the morning. And I'm gonna create the alerts for those in a moment. So let's go to the markets and see what they have been doing during yesterday's session. So let's take this. I'm gonna take first the 240. I'm sorry, the 2000 tick. The 2000 tick in Think or Swim, the 2000 tick for ES. So let's expand this one, maximize this sale, and see what was the high and the low for yesterday. So this is high here for ES was at 45.32, and low yesterday seems that it was around this area here. So we do have 45.32.25, 45.15 as the low, and then the mid is 45.23.63. In the overnight session, hasn't is not over yet, so I will review this later, but those are the high and the lows for the overnight session. So we do have 45.27.75, and then the low is 45.10.25. So if it breaks here, it is kind of in the support area of the ES right here, right? So for yesterday's session. So we'll see what's going on, if it's going to continue moving higher, or it's going to stay in the range today, or it's going, or if it's going to break to the downside. Let's go now to gold. Do the same thing. So yes, yesterday's session is up here. Low session is right here. So we do have 1789.6 as a high, and then it tried to break today. And then it ran out of stops, and then came back. So gold is retracing a little bit in the overnight session, and then the low for the session is 1770. For yesterday's session is 1775.1. Overnight, right here, still in progress, but seems that it's moving in this range area. So it's not moving up, not moving down. It's kind of in the middle of a range session. We'll see what it's going to be. And this is confirmed in the Renko. I do have the Renko in a different screen, so we'll review that later. And so let's go to NQ. Again, I don't trade AQ, but it's a good indicator on what is going on, what could going on with the ES. So yesterday high and yesterday low right here, and then the mid is 1583, 15 1,383 with 42. So the high of the high was it's a little bit of change here. Just make sure that it taps it correctly. Come on, right there. 15,446.5, and then the low of the session 15,319.5. And then last let's go to crude, and then crude oil. So I'm gonna move this one up here. I'm sorry, this one goes up here, and then this one goes right down here. So yesterday's session high was 83.48, and then low was let's see, 80.78. Overnight so far, it's gonna be up here, 83.96, and then coming back down. And so far, low of the session is 82.61 on the overnight. Okay, so done with that. Let's review now the if I find it, at 240 and the 30 minutes. Okay, so ES and the 240s is looking bullish, a little bit toppy though. Momentum is down, so we could have a retracement. Is moving horizontally in the last overnight, so it has not moved that much. Right now it's $12 down in the overnight. 30 minutes looks trying to break down here, so look a little bit bearish horizontal though. Not decisive on what it wants to do. It has some resistance on top. We'll see. Gold in the 240 looks bullish. Coming back in this last bar is a little bit bearish, so we'll see. And then this one here looks toppy to me. We'll see. News can change this whole thing. Remember, we do have unemployment claims at 8:30, so it's gonna probably move horizontal or break before in gold. Break to the downside, I would say, because of this thing. We'll see if it tries to visit the 200 moving average right here. Looks like it wants to. Crude in the 240 minutes looks a little bit bearish, moving down. Also, again, it's against the trend, right? So crude is moving up, but now it's kind of trying to move to the downside. We'll see if it does it. 30 minutes, it's moving down. It's below some moving averages, and then it's just above the cloud. So I would say that this looks bearish. Momentum is bearish in both the 240 and the 30-minute charts. Let's see the point and figure. So we do have horizontal movement here in the ES, right in between the pivot floor pivot 45.21 and the support at 45.11. So we'll see where it's gonna break. But yeah, it's forming a kind of a triangle formation here. So it's coming down and then going up, probably waiting for the news. Gold is breaking now. It's breaking to the downside. There's a little bit of support right here, but it's definitely breaking to the downside. Still horizontal. It has not break yet. And we'll see the Renko right away. We can probably see the Renko now that we are here. So let's see. It's breaking below. And then the Renko chart, it's breaking below as well. There's news here, so little bit of support, threading that support right there. So not breaking yet. Okay, and so let's go back to point and figure in crude. Crude seems that crude is moving down in the overnight, and looks a little bit bearish at support though. And it's at 82.74 level. So we'll see if it wants to break this formation here to the downside. Looks a little bit bearish to me as well. Gold is triggering a buy signal in the Renko, not respecting this support line, so it's probably going to move up a little bit to be in the range. So it's still in the channel. Let's go back here to look what's going on. Bouncing. Let's look at the point and figure between these two charts. For ES is in the range. Moving averages are moving down. 200 is moving down in the ES. Gold keeps moving up. And then crude is in the range as well. So probably it's nothing is going to happen before the news at 8:30. We'll see. Let's make a review on the features on ES. So in the daily, ES is kind of taking a pause here in the range of yesterday. So you see we're moving down in the overnight, but still in the range. In the weekly, we're moving up, and we are very close to this here. Crude, Little bit toppy right here, but moving up in the daily. And then overnight went and put a high of 83.96 and then came back. And gold 240. Okay, I have to do a stop right here. Okay, sorry for that interruption. So we were here, gold looked toppy in the daily. I don't like this that much. It looks like it's leaving a tail and moving back to the downside. So maybe a little bit of a bearish signal right here. Okay, let's review Bitcoin. Bitcoin is looking good. So let's go back to this. Let's review on the weekly. This one is a long-term hold. So Bitcoin here moved from this low, 42.10, on 2020, all the way up here in April, and then now it's breaking 66 105 is the price now, so it's breaking to the upside. Target is 82.96, and then longer target is going to be 103.40 and 126.830. So we'll see if it's been moving up very nicely here in this channel. We'll see if it hits this around this area here. It's moving very fast to the upside, breaking now. In the daily, I connected this one to the low right here, made a double bottom, and then started to move up, then going down, forming this this bottom here. Let's fix this real quick. I'm gonna put it right there, and then I'm gonna do a channel. It's way above the channel already, so it broke to the upside in this channel right here. So target 75 in the short term. It's going to be 75.395. Probably it's going to come back, touch the if it stay above the 10 simple moving average, then it's going to be okay. This is a long-term holding. I don't do anything with my Bitcoin, just buying every time that I get a signal or a retrace to average the price by a little bit here and there. Let's review NQ. NQ looks a little bit toppy here. Try to make a new break, a horizontal breakout, but it didn't work, so it's retracing, and then probably it's going to go back and resume. These moving averages are crossing. Okay, it seems that gold is moving a little bit. Let's go back to this chart, to this one. It is actually setting up a break. So it's breaking. Oh, a little bit too late. I'm not gonna take it anymore. I'm gonna wait and see if it gives me another signal here. Broke to the downside in gold. I was not paying attention. It moved too fast on me. Let's see what it does here. I was not prepared to take a trade that early. That is actually what happened. And with news in about an hour, probably we did have plenty of time to make a little bit of money here, but yeah, it's moving. It's breaking down. It's visiting on the 30 minutes. It's visiting the 200 moving average. Just trying to break through. Let's look at that. Right here, 200 right there. In the 30-minute chart. So it's probably going to find a little bit of resistance there. We'll see. Missed the entry. And too late to take it now, or it was too late to take it with. I'm trying to really follow the rules and not just jump in because I wanted to jump in. Gold is crude is also threading this low here. Gold finding some resistance or some support at the 200 in the 30s and coming back up a little bit. We'll see if it tries to make another attempt to go down and break the 200. See this, there's a high here and a higher low right there, and an attempt to go higher here and then came back, breaking this Darvas box. Now trying to go up here and finding it's going to probably find some resistance at this level. Renko is setting up a wick out of the 34 EMA. Triggering it now at the 1779.8 level. Crude is also triggering a sell signal in the Renko. Crude is in the chop. Gold keeps moving down. Still is right above the 200, so for me it's not a good setup. I could lose it though, but yeah, it seems that gold is gonna try to move down. And crude is trying to break as well. Let's see what gold does this level. Seems that there's going to be a continuation and breaking off of the 200. There's plenty of support though in the 240 minutes. We'll see what it does. Yeah, decided to stay where it is. Not moving down anymore. So far. If it breaks, I'm gonna take it. And target $100. Crude is trying to break. 82.58 would be my entry. Let's see what it does. $7.40. It's kind of early to take trades, but the chart is giving the signal, so we'll see. Bouncing. Crude is bouncing out of this double bottom right here. It's could form a triple bottom. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move. I moved the stop a little bit to the upside. See if it confirms or if it's gonna stay in the range. See, 15 is the target, $150, and initially the 10 bar 10 bar $100 of stop, but I moved it. Let's see what it does. Crude found some support at the 82.62 level. And it's moving up. Right in the floor pivot. Probably is gonna find some resistance right there at 82.72. Crude is moving down. Found that support, that resistance at 82.72. Gold is going down as well. Gold is still at the 200 support, so that's a little bit more iffy. Just looking for $150 in crude. Very slow. Not really confirming, waiting. See what gold is going to do here. Gold is trying to move up in the 2-minute chart. 240 momentum is down, and 30 minutes momentum is down as well. Crude is triggering a sell signal in the Renko. Let's see if it breaks. Looking for $100 on target to 1776.6. Reacting at this bottom level. Yeah, moving up. Renko forming a higher low. Let me show you what it's doing in the Renko. Right there, forming a higher low. So this one here goes here. This low is higher than this low right here. And crude is moving up as well at support. Let's see if this bounce in gold fails. To the upside, I mean. And it keeps moving down. Seems that it wants to break. Right at the 200, right at the 200 in the 30 minutes. Risky to take it at this level, but it's giving the signal on the point and figure chart. So we'll see. It's trying to break now. Target would be this 76.6 if it breaks.
It's your turn to drive.
Crude is reacting to the upside as well, respecting that support. That was the entry right here. That was the entry. Okay, bouncing, gold is bouncing, but it's gonna keep in the range. We'll see.
The sporting editors had also given me $300 in cash, most of which was already spent on extremely dangerous drugs.
Crude is bouncing out of support as well in the Renko.
We had 2 bags of grass, 75 pellets of mescaline, 5 sheets of high-powered blotter acid, a salt shaker half full of cocaine, and a whole galaxy of multicolored uppers, downers, screamers, laughers, and also a quart of tequila, a quart of rum, a case of Budweiser, a pint of raw ether, and 2 dozen amyls. All this had been rounded up the night before in a frenzy of high-speed driving all over Los Angeles County. From Topanga to Watts, we picked
That support right there
get our hands on. Not that we needed all that for the
in crude.
Once you get locked into a serious
And gold, that is the support break I was looking for. It didn't do it, so now it's consolidating. And then we would have a trend reversal above 1780.9 in the Renko. Now, if this one breaks to the upside here, it's going to be a counter trend trade, so not taking it. Crude is moving up as well. Failed on this entry, forming a triple bottom right here. If it breaks, then it's going to be a little bit more. It's going to be stronger. It is in the 240 minutes. Crude is moving down, but it's in an uptrend. So and it seems that crude wants to go back to the upside. Gold is consolidating. Seems that wants to go and test this bottom again. Out of this double bottom right here. And a triple bottom in crude. Yeah. Seems that crude wants to go higher in a range. Let's go back, just a refresher on crude right here. Yeah, this is in the 15-minute. This is the break I was looking for. It didn't happen, so it moved up here, still in the range in the daily. We'll see what it does here. If it crosses, if the 10 crosses the 30, then we're going to become bullish again. The weekly is bullish. ES is bullish. The 15 minutes is moving down. Gold, that is the move that we missed. And in the daily, it's looking a little bit toppy here. Gold going back down. Forming three circles. It's in consolidation for sure. Let's see what it does from here. I would expect to go down because it's below the moving averages, and in the Renko is below the moving averages as well. Let's see if it gives us the entry this time. Now I have a resting order. And let's see if it meets the $100 target. It's 787, 757. We do have news at 8:30. So it's a little bit risky to take it, but sometimes there is some reaction at 8 a.m. and it's 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes to 8. Let's see if what it does before news. I would expect to break down. I'm gonna take it anyways. We should probably wait for the news, but I like this formation though. Little bit of reaction out of the lows there. Right at the 200 support, which is not good for a short. 200 is at 17. Is the 200 on the 30 minutes? Right at the 200. Bouncing up. It did not trigger our entry, came back up in the range. Let's see what it does now at 8 a.m. $15 seconds, 10 seconds to 8 a.m. Signal. Crude moving up, gold bouncing out of the 200. And try to move down 30 minutes to the news. Trying to break. Let's see if it does. Two minutes is very choppy actually. And crude moved to the upside there. I still have this order in case that it comes back. Crude is forming a 6. Okay, we are full. We are filled in gold. Let's see if it keeps breaking and give us the $100 target. Let's see what is the reaction here. $50, 60, 70, 90. Let's see what it does here. Coming back. See, the 200 is tough. 10. Coming back. So we are risking $350 now. Bounced up. See what it does here. $70 against. Gave us $90, but the target is 100, so there was no conviction. I mean, the 200 was tough. It's let's see if it gives us skip the trade and see. Should have failed the 100 the 100 target. It's moving up. Bouncing out of the 200, and there's 30 minutes, $140. Trying to follow the rules because you know, $120. I mean, it is actually bouncing out of the 250, out of the 200 and the 200 on the 3. So if we're stopped out, we're stopped out. It seems that we will. $200, 170. Crude is bouncing back up. Momentum is down in gold, but it's reversing. In the 200, in the 240, momentum is down, but in the 30 minutes is down as well, but it's forming a hammer. There's a little bit of reversal in crude. Too close to news release, so we'll see if we are stopped out. Seems that we will. Yep. One. And crude is moving up. There's a trend reversal here. Yeah, it seems that we're going to be stopped out in gold. That 200 support is tough. Yeah, gold is moving up, back up again. Yeah, it seems that we're going to be stopped out at 350. Crude in the range. See, sometimes it's better to take the loss at 120. Seems that it's breaking to the upside. Gold. Leaving a good bullish signal in the 30 minutes. Yep, it's going to take us out.
Order filled.
And we're filled. $354 loss. So what do we learn from here? So this is an entry that probably was not a good decision to make, just because in the 240 minutes or in the 30 minutes we were right at support in the 200. So very high possibilities to bounce back up. Now it's creating a reversal here. We're too close to news, so I'm not entering anything. And see what we have in news. Now we did have an entry right here, right, to go long instead of short as we tried, but we're too close to news. And now in the Renko, we are right up at the 200 moving average. So let's look at that. So we took the entry right here when it broke, and then came back up all the way up here. And now it's at resistance, so may come back, and that is going to that is when it's in the range. It's okay. Let's wait for the next entry signal. See, it went now in the Renko, it's in the chop area right here. Okay, I'm gonna pause the not pause the video, but I'm gonna mute the microphone. So I'm gonna get the coffee, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it seems that gold is going back up to range. Failed on this breakdown, and then gave us a nice loss of $354. Now it's moving up and reversing out of these lows. It failed on the support 1. Right on the 200. So I'm gonna put here minus 350, 354 actually. First trade of the day, and it's a loss. Just for one tick. Crazy. Gold pit, ghost pit open, and it's moving to the upside. So I'm waiting for news at 8:30, which is in 5 minutes. This is going to probably range in this area. Until the news are released. So I'm waiting for news at 8:30, which is in 5 minutes. This is going to probably range in this area. Until the news are released. I'm just watching, sitting on my hands. I'm just Okay, seems that release of news should be out. Let's wait and see what the market reaction is. So unemployment is a positive number, 290. Unemployment claims decreased a little bit from 298 to 290. That would be bullish equities and maybe bearish gold. Let's see what the market reaction is. And then manufacturing index is a negative, so 23.8 actual versus forecasted of 25.1. Not much of a reaction now. We'll see. Next news is at 10 a.m. for CB leading index and existing home sales. Yeah, not much of a reaction so far. Now, gold found resistance at the 50 level. Gold trying to move down now. Still in the range. Breaking up. We'll see if we are moving out of this range here. And going down. Wanted to break, but it didn't. It's still in the range. Crude is moving to the upside as well. It failed to break this. It's 83.03 now. There's a double top right here. I'm gonna wait a little bit. See if I get a signal in the Renko chart. Let's see if we get a break here in this double top in crude. Seems that it wants to go higher. And I'm gonna run this one just because
Order filled.
okay, let's see if it works. We're in. And I'm not gonna play it that hard. I'm gonna do this in case that it comes back. We are in a range, so ES is breaking also. The is breaking out of the range. If I get another, oh man, it's coming back. That was a trigger. What can I do? And ES is moving up. And I'm gonna play this one. Oops. I'm gonna respect the rule again in here to give more room. It's back in the range though. $120 down. This is very, very choppy. Drifting higher though, but with not that much conviction, so wouldn't be surprised if it goes back and takes me out. And if this bar in the Renko close lower, I'm gonna get out. Crude is drifting higher. And gold wants to go higher until I say that. Until I said that. It's really in the range. It's not doing anything. Okay, I'm gonna get out of this one. Not yet. ES is drifting higher, making a reversal in the 30 minutes. $17.83, $17.82. That would be my exit here. 1782.9. So if it goes below this level, I should sell. Cannot go higher. It's trying to, but it's coming back. It's in the chop, actually. It's in the chop. Not looking good. finding some resistance at the 74, at the 1784, 1785 level. It will take me out at for 210 if it comes back. Everything is in the chop. Probably waiting for news. Next news are 10 a.m. We have plenty of time though. So I'm looking for this resistance right in this area. So let's see how it plays. It's trying to go higher, but $1788.7. That would be resistance at the 30 minutes. Let's see if it does go there. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's reversing, going back down. $90. See if there's a reaction here. Very choppy, very, very choppy. Drifting higher gold, but very choppy. We do have a reversal below right below this area, right here. So if we get there, it's going to move to the short side. Trade is not working now, so we'll see. $60 down. If it gives me, should probably point out right here, right? What do you think? I'm gonna try to shoot over there. $470. 100 now. I'm gonna move my stop right below here. 120. Crude is moving down. In the range though, but moving down. 160. 200. I'm gonna go break even now. Let's see. $190. Come on. $100. 80. So I went break even plus one. Probably it's gonna take me out, but yep, it seems to.
Order filled.
Yep. 357. So break even. And we do have a reversal in gold again. In the range. Really annoying. So I'm gonna put here minus $4. Minus $3 right here. I'm at 357. There was a 354 before, so minus $3 there. I was stopped out in the range. Let's see if we are luckier with crude. Crude should break down below this area here. It's in the chop now. Tough day. Probably I should have shoot on this short range on 3 bars right here, 2 bars or two boxes. You never know. Very choppy day. Crude opens in 2 minutes. And gold is moving and reversing in the chop zone still, but reversing all of that drift move that made all the way here. It's only in 1 bar. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like 12 bars to the downside. See what crude is going to do in the open. And today I'm trading basically the point and figure chart. Going back up in the chop zone. News are at 10. Very choppy. Crude moving higher out of the open. 82.90. In the chop zone. So we would be hey, good morning, Randolph. You are actually my first visitor. Thank you for joining, man. I guess that you're a male, not sure. I remember that I'm broadcasting here, and I am actually like 20 seconds delay. So just to be clear. Let's see if this one breaks lower. Seems that that it's trying to. So I'm gonna take the risk here. Right there. Filled. Hopefully it doesn't reverse. It's right at support though. Let's see what it does in the chop zone. It actually the oops went against me again. Trying to bet against crude is tough. Gold in the chop. Gold breaking down in the chop zone though. Let's see what crude does here. Reversing. Yeah, crude is reversing, so I'm gonna get out.
Order filled.
Not a good date. 611. Little bit choppy. I'm gonna stay out a little bit. Okay, I took a an entry in this break in crude to the upside. Let's see how it plays with. Let's see how it does. It's still in the. It's very choppy, so it could reverse. I'm targeting this high here. It's very choppy though. Going back down. This is a big stop right here. So not willing to destroy the account today, so gold is moving up. Very choppy. And I'm going to stop the broadcast now. I think that crude can go. Doesn't look. It's choppy.
What the hell are you yelling about?
And crude is coming back. Really choppy today.
The sporting editors had also given me $300 in cash, most of which was already spent on extremely dangerous drugs. The trunk of the car.
And if this one is a loss, then that's it for me for today.
75 pellets of mescaline, 5 sheets of high-powered blotter acid, a salt shaker,
And it seems that it's going to be a loss.
and a whole galaxy of multicolored uppers, downers, screamers, laughers, and also a quart of tequila, a quart of rum, a case of Budweiser, a pint of raw ether,
That's it.
and 2 dozen amyls. All this had been rounded up the night
No direction today.
frenzy of high-speed
I tried.
all over Los Angeles County. From Topanga to Watts, we picked up everything we could get our hands on. Not that we needed all that for the trip, but once you get locked into a serious drug collection, the tendency is to push it as far as you can. The only thing that really worried me was the ether. There is nothing in the world more helpless and irresponsible and depraved than a man in the depths of an ether binge. And I knew we'd get into that rotten stuff pretty soon, probably at the next gas station.
82.93 and gone.
Order filled.
Yep. So that would be the trades for today. Thanks for watching.